Hey folks, Stars and Stripes RC here with you tonight, Albuquerque, New Mexico. My lovely wife on the camera as always here at home. I decided I wanted to go ahead and get this FMS twin 70mm SU-27. Got it because I already have the J11, if you see it up there on top. It flies beautifully. So I wanted to get the SU-27 because of the different trim scheme and be able to take them both out to the field and show them both off out there. This one is more of a demonstration team type scheme. So to keep that in mind, I won't be using the ordnance on this one. It has dual 70mm end runners with 12 bladed fans. This helps it to provide ample thrust for high speed, excellence, vertical performance, and a nice resonating turbine-like sound. It features dual 30, 60, 1900 kV end runners, again with 12 bladed fans, and is paired with two 80 amp ESCs. Features a large air brake, full operational elevators, has nice navigation LED lights and scale CNC retracting landing gear with the gear sequencing gear doors. The wingspan is 43.7 inches. The length is 64.5 inches. The weight on this shows to be at 9.65 pounds. It has 4 13-gram and 8 9-gram digital metal gear servos. The CG on it calls for 140 to 150 millimeters from the leading edge of the wing, and it calls for 6S 5000 to 6000 milliamp battery. I have flown the J11 strictly on 6S 6000s. It's known to really drain a battery pretty quick. But I do have some RC battery 6-cell Laperier 5000s and Laperier Air 6000s. Thank you for that RC battery. There's just a lot of nice scale features on this one. Too many to list. Kind of like the FMS 1700mm Tiger Cat. It's just these are some of the best scale planes out there. But let's go ahead and get into the box. So I'm going to look first at the wing panels. Looking at the bottom of the first one, it's everything's painted on. As far as the blue goes, the decals are peel and stick. Very nice finish. Just looking at the first wing panel. The servos do have your covers, which is always nice to see. It's just better than looking at a servo. If you'll notice, I did go ahead on the one wing panel and took the little screw out and installed my 1mm bolt and nuts, which I'll do throughout the surfaces later. Not taking anything away from FMS, but those little screws do work loose, or I have found that some of those were stripped out of the box in the plastic. So, if you're doing your pre-flight checks, every flight or every other flight, and checking the tightness of those little screws that they put in there, you should be okay. But I do this for my peace of mind, and so I don't have to worry about that. Looking at the top of the second wing panel, again, the blue, all this is painted on with a little peel and stick here and here. Again, the finish is really nice. The panel lines are amazing on it. Just a great looking jet. You have your wingtip navigation lights on both wings here. It isn't a quick connect wing, but it is very easy and simple to put together at the field. Just having to plug this servo lead in to the fuselage where I'll show you, and then having only 2 screws per wing. So it is really quick to put together at the field. This part here is the tail piece for the fuselage that you have to glue in. I use FMS's foam tack, which is really, really good stuff. It sets up fast. Obviously, you want to let it cure overnight, but it does set up really fast and holds a very strong bond on this foam. What we're looking at now is the cockpit. You know, it's not super scale or super detailed, but it does have a very nice pilot in it. It does have the instrument sticker on the panel. I would like to see a little more detail in the cockpit on this, but maybe that's coming down the road. Okay, your instruction manual. These are your rudders. I would have liked to have seen them put covers on these servos as well. But you'll notice all surfaces have the ball links, and these are the little screws I was telling you about earlier that I replace on all of my 70 millimeter and up jets or big warbird prop planes. Looking at the top portion of these, very nice. Again, the finish is really nice. The decals look awesome. On the white is just bare foam, but they do put a protective coating now on this, which is really nice. I will be, as always, putting my matte finish Minwax on the entire plane. So that helps kind of protect the paint, and it also brightens up and livens up that paint. These are your elevator halves. Nothing much to say other than the control horns are a one big piece plastic piece that's glued on. So, you know, no, that's not coming off. But I always say anything that's glued on, check it, give it a tug, make sure it's glued in good. We're all human, and some things are missed, just like your screws. You always want to check tightness of screws. Everything from your control horns to even your motor mount. You know, I have found sometimes where the motor mount screw was loose. Got your little bag of screws, your rods for your elevator halves in there with their set screws included. This, your nose cone, just pretty much just the white foam with the little sticker on both sides here and here. Again, I'll be Minwaxing this plane. It'll just really pop in the air. Your carbon fiber wing spar. These are your little winglets that go underneath on the rear portion of the the fuselage. They have the tongue and groove, so they'll just pop in and slide in. Now, let me take this ordnance out of here first. This is the ordnance that comes with it. Again, I won't be using this. I may use the wingtip ordnance that just goes in your wingtip here. Only because if you land it and it happens to tip, it'll scrape that little piece of ordnance versus the tip of your wing. All right, the big portion is the main fuselage. Looking at the bottom, of course, your nose gears under the door here. You've got your navigation lights on the bottom. Plenty of inlets for air to come in here, here, and here, as well as right here to keep all that electronics cool. On the wing, as I was saying, the servo lead plugs in to your servo connector here, and that's all you need to drive your ailerons with. On the top, you have your air brake door here. Really nice, again, guys, the paint and finish on this. Looking throughout this thing so far, I have not seen any flaws on it. Nice peel and stick decals here. Looking inside, if you can, plenty of room for an 8-channel or 6-channel receiver, and plenty of room for your 6L 6000. I run my 6L 6000 all the way back against this foam bulkhead here, and it CGs just fine. On the ESC, I'm looking for a reverse thrust wire, and I'm not seeing that. So unfortunately, this does not have reverse thrust, but that's not a real big problem. Again, the FMS twin 70mm SU-27. Such a great looking bird. Can't wait to get it together and get the maiden. Look for my discount codes in the description of the video. As well, I'll put a link in there for rcbattery.com. And thanks for watching.